So when we want to change between fractions and decimals, what we look at from a decimal point of view is we look at the place values. And if we look at this first one, 0.3, the 3 is in the tenths position. So we can write that simply as 3 tenths. If you look at the next one, 0.28, we have 2 tenths and 8 hundredths. Or another way of thinking that is 28 hundredths. So let's start by writing 28 hundredths. And where possible, we should cancel it down. And if you notice, 4 goes into 28 7 times, and into 100 25 times. In this third example, we have 0.742. That's 7 tenths, 4 hundredths, and 2 thousandths. Or we can think of it as 742 thousandths. That's simply how we write it to start with. 742 over 1000. Again, let's check, can we simplify down? If you're not sure, just start with something easy. So 2 goes into 742 goes 3. Carry the 1, 7, and 2 goes in 2 once. And into 1000 it goes 500 times. So this is equal to 371 over 500. I can't simplify that down any further. And finally, this works with whole numbers as well, or whole number parts. So 3.7, well, I know that's 3 units and 7 tenths. And so we can write that just as a mixed number. 3 units and 7 tenths, or 3 and 7 tenths. So what about if we want to go back from fractions back to decimals? Well, there are a couple of ways we can do this. One is if we can get the denominator, the bottom of the fraction, to be either 10 or 100 or 1,000, 10,000, then it's quite easy to turn into a decimal. Let's look at this first example. 3/20ths. It's nice and easy, hopefully, to turn that into hundredths. If I multiply the bottom by 5 and I multiply the top by 5, I get 15 hundredths. Again, that's nice and easy to actually think of it as 15 divided by 100. When we divide by 100, we move the decimal point twice. So it becomes 0.15. Likewise, the second example, 9/25ths. Again, we can make the denominator into 100 by multiplying by 4. So if I multiply the bottom by 4, I've got to multiply the top by 4 as well. So that becomes 36 hundredths. And again, 36 divided by 100 is much easier to work out. That's 0.36. Fortunately, you will get some that you can't easily turn the denominator into 10 or 100 or 1,000. One like this, 7/9. And so one way we can do that is just by a bit of division. Think of this as 7 divided by 9. So how many times does 9 go into 7? And to do this, we're going to have to put in a few extra decimal places. Because 9 doesn't go into 7. Does 9 go into 70? Yes, it does. 7 times, remainder 7. Does 9 go into 70? Yes, it does. 7 times, remainder 7. And this is going to continue on here. So what we can then write is 7/9 is equal to 0.777. Or in this case, I'm going to give it to 2 decimal places and write it 0.78. Oops. It's 2 decimal places.